gosh! I mean, that's as good as bored as any as you're gonna get. What's he doing? Oh my! The whole wall of the cell is covered in mathematical equations. And he's still writing more now. Professor! Sorry to interrupt. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. And who is this young lady? My name is Sasato Mikitoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor. Oh, if only I'd met a refined young woman like you sooner! Kazuma! Kazuma's back! It's Kazuma! Alright guys, welcome back. It's late here. And, well, I mean, what I just said confirms it all, how we left off last time. Alright, we're continuing the chat. I need to know! What is your interest in my apprentice exactly? You act as if you know the man or something. Well, since when has he been in your care? I don't recall you having an apprentice before I left Britain 6 months ago. Lord Strongheart introduced him to me about 3 months ago now, with instructions to mentor him as a prosecutor. But he didn't tell you why, did he? The man appears to be suffering from amnesia. He's forgotten every last detail about himself. No way. He has amnesia? Tomorrow he will appear in court at my side. What? What? He's to serve as my judicial assistant on Lord Strongheart's orders. He'll be in court with us? Now then, unless I'm much mistaken, I believe this conversation has run its course. Oh, yes, thank you. I definitely saw a reaction there. When Chisato called out like that, it really seemed to hit a nerve. When she called out Kazuma-sama. No way! Help! Oh my gosh, no way! Memory loss, are you kidding me? You'd already met that masked man, hadn't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, yesterday, in fact, at Lord Von Zeke's office. I see. And if Kazuma-sama really is still alive, it means that Mr. Sholmes lied to us. I know. We're going to need to speak to him about that. Oh boy. You're going to have to leave now. Okay, we're going, jeez. The forensic investigation team are due to arrive shortly. If they find you here, it will cause problems. Oh hey, it's kinda helping. What sort of problems? Foreign affairs problems. Well, we could do without that. Alright, we'll be on our way. Let's go, Mr. Zato. Of course. Sholmes, you lied to us! Ah! Alright. Oh, why did that renew again? We were actually hoping that we could investigate the scene again. Why is it doing this again? It's alright, is it? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay. It was basically what it was before, that she, okay, that she can't help us. Then we can't go up there anymore. Okay. Yeah. Madame Tussbells. Here we go. Alright. Oh my, no wonder it's called the House of Horrors. I'd like to turn on my heels and go straight home. Via the confectionery. Being scared makes you crave sweets. I can understand that. I was looking forward to a reunion after 6 months away, but there's no sign of Mr. Sholmes anywhere. That's strange. He should be here investigating the abduction of the waxwork. Oh well, I suppose we'll just have to come back again later. Oh, he's not here? Really? He's not here? Huh. Okay. Then we'll leave and come back. Huh. Um... We haven't been here. That's true. Let's go here. And then we can go back to, I suppose. I believe this is it. Dr. C's laboratory. That chemical smell really assaults the nose, and there's plenty to assault the eyes in here too. It looks as though the doctor isn't here. But we're here now, so we may as well do some sightseeing, don't you think? What a seasoned tourist you've become, Mrs. Otto. You'll just have a little look around, being careful not to upset any restless souls. We really need to examine here, really? Okay. I wonder what we'll find. Let's see. Nothing's glowing. What can I... Oh, here we are. Well, look at this. What a magnificent display case. The cherry wood has been polished to a high sheen, and the intricate carving is a joy to behold. Western cabinet makers really are skilled, aren't they? You have nothing to say about the skeleton inside, Mr. Naruto. Mrs. Otto, can't you tell that I'm trying very hard to avoid talking about the terrifying contents of the case? It's how I cope! I'll be sure to remember that from now on. Oh, Ryunosuke. I suppose this is Dr. Seise's desk. I would not like to work in a place like this. It's very tidy though, isn't it, Mr. Naruto? Imagine how efficiently she must work. The lighting is poor, which is bad for the eyes, and the chemical smell can't be good for you. Not to mention the skeleton watching over you as you work, which is definitely bad for the nerves. Well, yes, those are valid concerns, I suppose. I can just about cope with the one-eyed, Daruma doll watching over me, but that's all. Ay, ay, ay. Look at all the bottles and the shelves in these cabinets. What an assortment of chemicals. These ones here are labeled highly toxic. That's worrying, because there are also things that look like salt and pepper shakers in there. Oh yes, and they actually say salt and pepper on them. The doctor probably spent a lot of time in this room, I suppose. Perhaps she has meals here sometimes. Life goes on, even when you're surrounded by death. That is so morbid! Why? That is so morbid. Those large jars seem to have pale things floating around inside them. I suppose they're fruit liquors or something. Or like the pickled umeboshi plums we make back home. Ah, Father had jars like that in his laboratory as well. I expect they're human organs in a preserving solution, probably as examples of some rare medical condition. Mrs. Otto, there are some things in the world that it's perfectly fine never to know about. Ever. Oh, so as I said, I'm sure they're fruit liquors or umeboshi, aren't they? Of course. This guy, oh man. Table and a set of sharp tools. When you consider each in isolation, it all looks quite innocent. So why is it that when you put them side by side, they seem so horribly disturbing? It might be best not to ponder it too deeply. Seeing the large tome that's open on the desk does make me wonder, though. How can anybody concentrate on bookwork with this acrid odor of chemicals in the air? Either have to have a cast iron constitution, or a really terrible sense of smell. Dang. Anything left here? I don't think so. I think we've looked at everything here. Alright, let's leave, shall we? Why is it still saying we need to investigate? Looked at everything though. Maybe because we haven't talked to her yet. So it's like stuck. I don't know. Oh! Wait, didn't we look at that already? That looks like an owl and a crow up there. I know, and they haven't even twitched since we came in here. Well, no, they wouldn't have. They're taxidermy mounts, Mr. Naruto. I was afraid you were going to say that. I've been trying very hard to tell myself they're just sleeping with their eyes open. Yes, I think perhaps you were wise to put something like your Durimadol on display in the office instead. Oh, jeez. Okay, I really think that's it now. Alright, let's leave. Let's go to the prison. Oh my goodness. What are you doing? Oh my gosh. I mean, that's as good as bored as any as you're gonna get. What's he doing? Oh my, the whole wall of the cell is covered in mathematical equations. And he's still writing more now. Professor! Sorry to interrupt. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. And who is this young lady? My name is Sasato Mikitoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. It's a pleasure to meet you, Professor. Oh, if only I'd met a refined young woman like you sooner! None of this would have happened. No, that's not logical. That makes no sense at all. Oh dear. I'm sorry if my presence here upsets you. I owe you an apology too, Professor. I didn't manage to deliver what I promised you I would in court this morning. Oh no! No. The whole thing, the whole miserable affair. It all happened because I've been such a complete and utter clot. Professor Hairbrain, what have you been working on in your cell? Oh, haha, you mean that? Oh dear, how embarrassing. Why are you If you're gonna write something that big, don't get embarrassed when someone looks at it. Oh boy. I was suddenly struck by an idea, you see, and I simply had to write it down. The wall was all I had to hand. Oh, is it some new hypothesis? Something to surpass super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, maybe? No, actually. This is my autobiography. In equations? Your autobiography? How I was dwiddled and fiddled by Albert Hairbrain. I found I can represent my odd fortunes with only odd numbers in an ambitious set of simultaneous equations. Really? I'm going to have to pay back all the loans I took for the kinesis machine, you see? There's going to be a new serial publication from next month. Part 1, An Odd Birth. An odd upbringing. Can't beat the man's optimism, that's for sure. I see. Well, for now, would you mind if we talked a little more about the case? Oh yes, of course. I've been working through the numbers. I was diddled, I was fiddled, by the pair of them. By Assman, and by that aloof engineer, Drebber. We're not going to have to sit through an explanation of all these equations, are we? I love this music, though. His theme is amazing. Alright, this morning's trial, Hairbrain. Everything I believed in has been turned on its head. My research, Mr. Assman, the kinesis machine, my hypothesis even. I'm sorry it's come to this. There is really no other way. No, it's not your fault. I wanted to protect my work, but in the end, there was nothing worth protecting. Aww. It was never my intention to deceive anyone. I didn't want to trick the public. No, of course you didn't. But in court this morning, I realized something. Oh? If you've done something wrong without knowing it, you've still done something wrong. Logically, it makes no difference if you were aware of it or not. Ignorance is a poor excuse. The blame still lies with me. Oh, Professor. He believed in me this morning, you know. Barak did. He believed in my hypothesis. Well, I think that was just a necessary factor in the prosecution establishing its case. No, Barak wouldn't do something like that. I'm sure he genuinely believed it. Did he? Really? Huh. I think I understand now. Why it was that he decided to take on the prosecution in my trial, I mean. I'm learning so much about Von Zeke's this case. I'm not complaining. It's just a little weird to see him have like a kinder side, I guess. After the terrible accident happened, nobody would believe in my hypothesis anymore. Not the police, not the prosecution service, not any lawyers even. I feel like I dealt some kind of finishing blow there. Ouch. So if any other prosecutor had taken the case, if it was anyone other than Barack, I'm sure the prosecution would have declared my hypothesis a complete and utter nonsense. And in that case, you would have been declared a fraud yourself, Professor. Exactly, which would have been a fate worse than death for me. But Barack insisted that I was a proper man of science from start to finish. Oh jeez. You think that's why he... No. I know him very well indeed. He's an extremely kind-hearted soul. That's so weird to hear. But that extremely kind-hearted soul spent all morning trying to paint you as a murderer, didn't he? Well, admittedly, that part of the analysis appears to have some flaws in it. And what about the whole Reaper side of things? How does that fit in with the kind-hearted soul idea? Oh man. Do you think he set out to trick me from the very start? Sorry to say, that does seem likely, yes. When I first met him, he introduced himself as a wealthy financier. He looked over the paper I'd written and said my work would benefit all humanity and must be pursued. He was so enthused. He was so empathetic. But in reality, he was the mastermind of some vast criminal network, it seems. I still can't believe it. As the machine was essentially a set decoration for some stage magic, it probably didn't require a large amount of investment, actually. But the scale of it, it wasn't just some small trick. It was a very elaborate feat of deception. All young scientists are full of hope about their burgeoning ideas, full of zeal. But none of us have any money. We want to do research, but we can't afford it. Many of us take on barely legal part-time work to try to earn just a few measly pennies to carry on. Go through all of that, only to be taken for a complete fool, is too rotten to believe. It is, I agree. And that's why we had to find those responsible and bring them to justice. Mr. Aspen is no more, of course, which leaves only the engineer. Mr. Enoch Drebber. Is it Enoch or Enoch? I don't even know. Drebber the engineer. Is he an engineer, or a magician, or a swindler? It was about a year ago when Mr. Aspen first brought Drebber to meet me at my laboratory. Since then I've met him many times to discuss details about the kinesis machine, but at no point did you have any inkling that he was just an illusionist? Oh, he definitely wasn't just an illusionist. What do you mean? He was a wealth of deep scientific knowledge. There's no question that the man's a genuine scientist. It's instantly apparent in conversation. I see. But the wretched man deceived you, Professor. It's unforgivable. We must do everything we can to find him and bring him to justice. Are there no more clues you can give us as to his whereabouts? Yes, tell us. I'm sorry, we only ever discussed the kinesis machine, nothing else. Although, just once... I did visit his workshop. What workshop? Drebber's enormous fabrication laboratory, where he constructed my great machine. Oh boy. Why didn't you mention this before? Enoch Drebber's workshop. There's every chance we might find the man there. Tell us about the workshop. So you've been to Drebber's place of work then? Yes, just once, you understand. It was an enormous place. Plenty of room to construct the kinesis machine, you see. Where can we find it? We have to go there at once. There's a good chance that we'll find Drebber there. Well, yes, definitely. I'm sure. As in, I'm sure you're not going to want to hear this. But I have absolutely no idea where the workshop is at all. Huh? I'm so sorry! I was more than half expecting that. You see, I was blindfolded in the carriage the entire way there. He blindfolded you? He wasn't taking any chances then. The place is incredible! The pinnacle of modern engineering! Even the oil he used was the very best. A special French machine oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. The indescribable scent of that imported soil. Perfumers across the world should forget their secret formulae and use that instead. Dang. What would you think, Mrs. Otto? Ooh, the machine for your next birthday? I've never used any kind of perfume, Mr. Naruto, and I'm not sure I'd like to start with that. I don't suppose you know even part of the workshop's address, Professor? You don't have a business card for Mr. Drebber, for example? The man was clearly very cautious, Mrs. Otto. I'm sure he would never— Ah! What? Yes, I do! He gave me his business card once. It's right here, look! What? Let me see that! Throw out a cut to the wind, why don't you? Oh boy. Enoch Drebber, engineer. I'm afraid that's all it says. There's no address. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? No? Oh well, I can't say I'm surprised. Still, this could be useful. Okay. Alright, that's everything, huh? Why don't we investigate the thing, just in case? Oh! Dirt. This dark smudge here. I think perhaps it's machine oil. Yes, possibly. Professor Harebrain mentioned something about the oil Mr. Drebber uses, didn't he? He said it was specially imported, very high quality oil that's impossible to obtain in Britain. Yes, that's right. But more importantly, that it's more fragrant than the finest perfume. So, excuse me a moment. Chisato, no! I don't think he— Oh, gosh. Oh, it doesn't appear to have any scent at all. Don't worry. I expect that's just because there's such a tiny amount on here. Okay. Alright. Alright. Where should we head now? Should we check if he's here? Or not? Probably not, but still. Nope, okay. What else is there? You can't go back here, I'm guessing. Yep. What else is there? Maybe she knows the guy. Gina, would you take a look at— Oh, where did it go? Hey, looking for this, Otto? When did she do that? I wonder if you've got anything else to show me, eh? What do you reckon? Give that back first, please. Oh man, can we ask her about this maybe? Gina? No, okay. She's stealing our evidence. Oh, goodness sakes, Gina. Gina, have a look at this photograph. It's amazing looking down at everything from up there. I love high places, me. Really? If I'm honest, I can't stand looking down at the ground when I'm high up. I always have to look up. Shame. I wanted to show you what it's like, but there ain't no point now. Why not? If all you're gonna do is look up at the sky, I ain't gonna be able to look down on ya. With ya, sorry. I mean, I don't look down on you or nothing. If you don't want to do it, it's your choice. I didn't think I'd ever go up in a balloon, to be honest. Not in my whole life. But now I'm starting to think I might like to. Uh-huh. Okay. What else is there? Okay. She's just gonna steal everything, okay. I passed everything to her. Have we looked at everything? Ah, the Crystal Tower. I can't believe I'm seeing it at such close proximity with my own eyes. You've really been looking forward to the great exhibition, haven't you, Mrs. Otto? Oh yes, when I found out that I had to return to Japan, I'm afraid I cursed my luck. But here you are, back in London, gazing up at the magnificent tower. I know. Perhaps I was wrong to curse my luck so harshly. That's cute. What a shame that the symbolic landmark of the Great Exhibition has been damaged like that. Yes, unfortunately, the birdcage crashed into the most prominent position possible. It's the gods giving us a warning, if you ask me. Man must travel under his own steam and not cut corners with instantaneous kinesis. Imagine what might have happened if the birdcage had landed in a slightly different location. The death toll could have been far worse. So I think perhaps it was a blessing in disguise. Well, the gods are benevolent, obviously. I did say it was just a warning. Man must travel on under his own steam, or next time birdcages will rain down on all of you. Your faith is much stronger than I realized. Well, how do you think I passed the entrance exam for Yume University? It wasn't by studying alone. Aww. Okay. There's this scorching on the ground that you mentioned. Yes, and there's what's left of the green balloon's envelope. All clear evidence of the balloon that exploded on the day of the incident. Poor Professor Harebrain. I do feel sorry for him that his dreams have been shattered like this. Someone's well and trust truly burst his bubble, as it were. Oh, Vianosuke, now's not the time. Ouch, I'm a bad person. Oh, jeez. Okay. Alright. Can we go somewhere else now? Alright. Hold on. Okay. I presented the paper. Let's see. They're about to report it to the trial today, eh? One of them got a sketch of me in the witness stand. Oh, really? Yeah, I look pretty good, right? And that testimony of mine was spot on. I'm not sure that spot on is quite the right description. And look, it was in the special edition and all. I bought a copy. Oh, that's a lovely picture of you, Gina. But I thought you couldn't read. What do you take me for? I'm cramming every day. Ah, I see. I started at A, and I've already got all the way to E. It could be a long journey for you. Youch, that's just mean. Oh, man. We present both of these? I don't even remember. Okay. I don't know what else to do. I mean, this point hasn't been examined. Let's see. The stage up there is where the experiment was set up. It's very high, isn't it? About 30 feet, I believe. Or 9 meters, if you prefer. Craning your neck to see up to it starts to hurt after a while, doesn't it? Yes, we need to get up there and look around properly. Though if I'm honest, climbing all those stairs makes my chest hurt. Oh dear. I think perhaps you should exercise more, Mr. Naruhodo. I really think we have looked at every possible thing we can here. Oh look, a flying balloon! I've never seen one in the flesh before. Can't understand how they can fly. And so high up as well. Oh, but think of the view, Mr. Naruhodo. You must be able to see for miles and miles. I do think of it, and it terrifies me. I mean, it would be certain death if you fell out. I'm sure they're perfectly safe. After all, they've been invented by some of the brightest minds in the world. Let's not forget that we know at least one has exploded. Oh, jeez. I'm sure there are other ways to fly. Oh, boy. Okay. Did I freaking mess up and leave too early and now I can't go back? I mean, I don't think so. Hmm. Oh hey, a missing spot that we didn't look at. Look at this big thick book here. Ah, it appears to be an accounting ledger. It's a record of the forensic investigation team's spending, I think. Oh? What is it? It's clear that the team purchases various equipment and supplies on a monthly basis, but... well, one entry seems rather strange. Really? In what way? They're buying 500 scalpels every month. What, 500? They must be working really hard on dissecting corpses. I don't know. Judicial autopsies are only carried out in certain special circumstances. And scalpel blades can be sharpened, too. It does seem a bit strange. You're right. 500 scalpels a month? What could they possibly be using all of them for? Ah, there we go. That's what we were missing. There we go. What are you doing? Ah! Oh boy. Sorry! We, had something we wanted to ask you, but you weren't here, so... So you thought you'd snoop around? That's acceptable to people from the East, is it? Well, what do you want? Lord Strongheart told us, you see, that it was you who examined the victim's body. Mr. Aspen's body, I mean. So we came to ask you about your findings. On Lord Strongheart's advice. Very well. If the Lord Chief Justice has given his consent, I'll tell you what our investigation revealed. But when we're done, you must leave immediately. Oh, well. She's, just swell, isn't she? Oh man, your findings. So, you want to know what the forensic investigation team determined from its examination of the scene? The victim, Mr. Odiasman, who disappeared from the experimentation stage amid an explosion, and the Mr. Aspen who appeared moments later partway up the Crystal Tower, were without question one and the same person. That is the team's conclusion. But that can't be right. If it was an elaborate trick, we can only speculate about how it was carried out. Let's see, if two people who looked very similar to each other were involved, they could have made it appear as if one single person had switched places, couldn't they? Very true, but sadly in this instance, that was not the case. The man who disappeared and the man who subsequently reappeared was the same person. The fingerprints at the scene make that quite evident. Ah, fingerprints. They're not yet officially recognized as forensic evidence in the British justice system, but one day, they will be used as an investigative aid as a matter of course. Yep. Oh my, but that would mean that the instantaneous kinesis actually took place. So, where does that leave us? My team was tasked with investigating, not drawing conclusions. Oh. Instantaneous kinesis is impossible, and yet the body did move from one place to the other. This hasn't cleared anything up at all. It's made the whole thing even more of a mystery. Oh boy. What the? Mama, what is this? Ugh! Well, where did she spring from? And did she just call the doctor Mama? This is a lawyer, dear. Oh. Hello. To meet you? Hello to meet you. Pleased to meet you. Yes, I'm a defense lawyer. May you know Skinner... Mama? Yes? Can I cut this one up? What? No! What the? I've never seen inside an Eastern person before. I want to know what it looks like. Help? Of course you can't. It's a live specimen as you can very well see. Minos can run. Boring. I think I just had a near-death experience. Oh dear, Miss Naruhodo. You're as pale as a corpse. Let's leave before I'm mistaken for one. Oh boy. Fun times. Okay. What else is there? What else is there? I mean, we can't do anything else here, so we have to move, obviously. Alright. Oh, wait. I presented this to her because wouldn't the dog be able to smell the oil? About this, Gina? Yeah, I'm still letting me lettuce at the moment. I only know 8 to 8, so I ate too much within. So, if I ate too much. What? So, if I ate too much, I'm in trouble. Actually, Gina, it's the back of the car that's important. Eh? How come? There's just a dirty old smudge in the back, that's all. It turns out that this is very high-quality French machine oil. It has a very particular scent, apparently. You don't say. Let's have a whiff, then. Sure, I don't smell nothing. No, we didn't mean that you should smell it. Oh, right. You mean Toby. Aw. His sense of smell is so good he can track people over the oceans, can't he? Professor Hairbrain informs us that this oil is unique to Mr. Drebber's workshop. Oh? Did he get it? I think he's picked up a scent. So you mean if he follows the scent of this oil, Toby could lead us to that dodgy clothes workshop? That's right. That's exactly what we were hoping. Alright then, we'll give it a go. I'll just borrow that. What? Wait, when did you want to pickpocket? If I can lead everyone to that Drebber's workshop, I'll be the boss's boss before next week. Oh yes, Gina. I'm sure you'll be promoted. Poor Gregson. Oh man. Right then, Otto, leave it to me. Sorry. I'm gonna get going after that dodgy engineer call right this minute. Oh, but hang on. Someone's supposed to be on guard duty here all the time. I'm afraid we can't help. We need to get on with our investigations as well, Gina. Oh, right. Oh well, never mind. It ain't gonna be me what gets it in the neck. It'll be the boss. Poor Gregson again. Oh man. Ready, Toby? Got that oil scent, have ya? Come on then, boy. See you later. Can't we go with her? I do hope the scent of that oil leads into that swindler's workshop. Yes, I hope so too. Ideally before the dog swims across the channel to France. Aww. Well, I think we've done all the investigating we can here for now. If we could just determine the whereabouts of Mr. Drebber, I'm sure Gina and little Toby won't let us down. Now then, do you think we ought to try to speak with Mr. Sholmes at this point? We have things to discuss and I'm dying to meet him again after all these months. Yes, it's quite possible he might know something useful. You're right. We ought to find him at Madame Tuspel's. He's supposed to be working there as a temporary waxwork exhibit. Yes, Iris told me all about his latest unusual adventure. Oh boy. Oh man, I forgot how big of a fan she is of Sholmes. Alright. Here we go again. Here we are again at the House of Horrors. I'm afraid I haven't got used to the place yet. I'd still like to turn on my heels and go straight home. Via the confectionery, of course. Izada-san really is after something sweet today, isn't she? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, buy her something sweet. Ryunosuke. Eek! What's the matter? Look, Mr. Naruhodo. Look at that waxwork. I'm quite sure it wasn't there before. There he is. The one, the only. The great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. It looks exactly like Mr. Sholmes down to the very last detail. Aha! What is it? Oh, sorry. I think you'll find that's the temporary waxwork himself. Ah, the friend of my dedicated employee. Oh yes, hello again. It's Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I must say I am quite spellbound by the great detective. He is a marvel. My precious waxwork is already back where it belongs.
You don't mean...
But yes, the mystery is solved already.
Wow, Mr. Sholmes can really engage his brain when he's hungry enough.
So as you can see, he has returned to his habitual duties.
Yes.
His habitual duties? Alos. Do not disturb, huh?
Well, we kinda need to disturb. Poor Suzato-san, she looks very perplexed. Aw, she missed the whole fun that we had last time. Alright, we know what to do. Man, I wish Iris was here so she can kick him again.
I really do need to speak with Mr. Sholmes, and I am longing to say hello again. But where is he?
Oh, he is having fun with this, isn't he? I think he might find that he's quite nearby, actually.
Oh! What are you...
Indeed, my dear fellows, it is I! The world-famous great detective and waxwork, Herlock Sholmes! Oh, no! No! Suzato! She fainted! No! Suzato-san! Suzato-san! Sholmes, why are you like this? You can't be depressed after doing that. My most humble apologies.
I thought I had died and gone to eternal paradise for a moment, via London.
My dear madame, allow me to make amends by offering you a tasty free deduction at some point. As long as it's not of questionable street food quality.
I don't understand. Why are you working as a waxwork here, Mr. Sholmes?
Merely a secret identity, you understand? Though the case is largely solved now.
Largely solved?
We're talking about the waxwork abduction, I presume. Indeed we are, my good fellow. As I predicted, it was as easy as proverbial pie. Though I confess, I'm yet to partake of a pie, proverbial or otherwise, or any food so far today for that matter. He hasn't eaten? Iris didn't bring him anything? Oh, that stomach rumble echoed around the whole museum. So how did you manage to solve it so quickly? Ah, well, do you remember I said it was largely solved? Anyway, I simply negotiated with the culprit. Are you familiar with the so-called telephone?
Oh yes, it's the most modern invention allowing you to hold a conversation with people far away. In Japan, only the imperial capital and a handful of other cities are connected as yet.
This morning, a telephone call was received here from the perpetrator of the abduction. As such, I was able to negotiate terms, and in the end, the waxwork was returned. That's amazing. Just between you and I, it would appear the culprit had always intended to return the stolen waxwork in any event.
Oh, but I thought whoever was responsible had demanded a ransom, no?
Yes, I think perhaps. Ransom demand was necessary to avoid unwanted suspicion regarding the true motive.
But does that not mean your negotiating was entirely unnecessary?
A fact that I must ask you to keep from Madame Tuspel's at all costs. Hungry young Iris awaits my return to Baker Street, after all. Poor Iris. Now then, do I sense that you have some business with this great waxwork? Yes. We need information. We're in the process of trying to track somebody down. Oh?
Yes, a man by the name of Enoch Trevor. He is a swindler who duped Professor Hairbrain and the engineer who built the kinesis machine.
A swindler and an engineer? Quite the modern man. He also seems to be a conjurer of sorts too, with considerable knowledge of stage magic. We really need to locate him before the trial resumes tomorrow morning. But we have so few clues to go on. That's the trouble. Whoops. I love how I cut it off when I was about to read it.
Do you have any good ideas? I have no data yet. It is a capital mistake to have good ideas before one has data. If I knew something of the man's appearance, at least, I may be in a better position to help. Yes, Draper's appearance. Fortunately for you, however, presently I have little to occupy myself and little to fill my stomach. As soon as you find any clue, no matter how small, I shall gladly give you my thoughts on it. Alright, before we get into the Cosmo stuff, let's wrap the Draper stuff up. That way we can devote all of it to Cosmo. Mr. Sholmes, would you cast your eyes over this photographic print? It's of Mr. Enoch Trevor, face of the engineer we seek. Well, all Englishmen look broadly the same, of course, so looking at the photograph won't be particularly instructive. Huh? Are you alright, Mr. Sholmes? Ah, yes, forgive me. Very interesting, this. Very interesting indeed. What's wrong, Mr. Sholmes? You've turned quite pale all of a sudden. Oh, what could that mean? Does he know him? Oh, this didn't update. Huh. Weird. Huh. Alright. Whatever. I guess we can talk about Cosmo's death. Oh boy. Mr. Sholmes, did you lie to us? My dear Mr. Naruhodo, stay that piercing stare. What is this about? Last winter, when we were first on our way to Britain aboard the steamship. Your words were very clear. So then, let us unravel this mystery, and discover what event led to this curious murder. You told us that it was murder, and you examined Kazuma-sama's body. Indeed, and wherein lies the problem? We met him earlier today, the victim, Kazuma Asagi. You're quite sure? He was wearing some sort of mask, and was apparently suffering from amnesia. But yes, I'm quite sure. It was Kazuma-sama. You must have known at the time, Mr. Sholmes, that he wasn't actually dead. Oh. Well, I can only assume I was swept up in the murderous atmosphere of the moment. But the fellow wasn't dead at all? Priceless. I don't suppose that performance would pass muster, would it, Mr. Naruhodo? Ah! Sholmes! I could believe that the crewman present at the time made a mistake. But not you, Mr. Sholmes. Oh my god. I will now tell you something of the first importance, my dear fellow. Great detectives are wont to lie. It will serve you well to remember that. Please, Mr. Sholmes. Tomorrow in court, you will find yourself on the threshold of a very great mystery. For now, I'm afraid that is all I can say. What? No way! I have a suggestion, Mr. Naruhodo. Will you indulge me? Oh, well, what is it? As I explained to you when you arrived, the missing waxwork has been returned, and I personally reinstalled it in the exhibit from which it was taken, behind those thick curtains. Oh yes, the Professor exhibit, isn't it? Would you like to see it? For a mere 5 shillings? That's a special, one-time only price, you understand? What? The opportunity won't come again, I might add. Wouldn't you like to see the fruits of my labor? Oh, well, we do have a rather pressing investigation to carry out. Perhaps we could postpone. Price is a very reasonable 5 shillings. I think you'll find it's well worth it. Oh? Are you being quite serious, Mr. Sholmes? Surely you need only look at my expression to ascertain if this is seriousness or silliness. I can never tell with you, that's the point. Very well, it couldn't hurt. Here's your 5 shillings. Gratefully received. So, the special exhibit awaits behind the curtain. I invite you to pursue it at your leisure. What? Well, the money's been spent, so let's go and see this special exhibit. Through those heavy curtains at last. Oh boy. What in the heck? 5 shillings we've had to pay. Doesn't seem right somehow that Mr. Sholmes slipped the money into his own pocket, does it? No. Ah! We could ask Gina to retrieve it for us, using her special skills. Pickpocketing police officers and diddling detectives. Is this what makes Britain great? Not to mention demigod prosecutors taking the law into their own hands, or chip-loving inspectors. Inspector Gregson comes off rather well in that list, I think. Oh boy. Oh, what could be behind this curtain now? What? Where's the head? Or is there never a head? Oh dear, I felt a shiver run down my spine as soon as we walked in here. Mrs. Otto! I say we turn on our heels and go straight home. Via a really big confectionery. we certainly can't do that. We've paid 5 shillings already. True. Oh man. Actually, now I'm looking a little more closely. Ooh, the music. We've paid good money to see an exhibit that's clearly incomplete. The nerve of the great diddling detective is far more terrifying than anything else in this place. This must be what Mr. Sholmes meant when he said the case was largely solved. Be that as it may, Mr. Sholmes heavily implied there'd be a clue about the engineer in here, didn't he? But where? Since we've paid 5 shillings, let's do 5 shillings worth of investigation, shall we? Yes, we will get what we paid for. Is that fear or frustration that's making Suzaru-san's voice tremble? Oh man, probably a mix of both. Alright, starting on the left. This part of the exhibit is just as disturbing as the rest. It looks so real. It seems to be a young man in a white overcoat. And he has a large shovel in his hand too, look. Perhaps we should investigate in a little more detail. Up, please. Oh my gosh. Can we not see the face? Weird. What's this here? Well, this would appear to be a lens in the middle, so I believe it's probably a camera. A camera? But it's so small. British technology is incredible, isn't it? I mean, what about Mr. Sholmes' skin prints? I think perhaps you should treat Mr. Sholmes' inventions as exceptions to the rule. But anyway, why would the man be in a graveyard at night with a camera? I wonder. Perhaps he was trying to capture the moment a dead body came back as a ghost on film. We'll just borrow this for a little while, I think. By looking at the photographic plate inside the camera, we can see what picture was taken. What's a photographic plate? It's a piece of glass coated in a special emulsion that reacts to the light coming in through the lens. If we open the cover at the back of the camera, we should find it. Let's have a look. You should see yourself, Suzaru-san. Your eyes are shining. You really do like machinery, don't you? Aw. We'll look in just a second. That's quite a large lamp the man's carrying. Or is it a lantern? It's not unlike a Japanese Chochin paper lantern, actually, is it? Lamp, lantern, Chochin. Point is, it casts very little light. To be walking alone in a graveyard at night with only this. Well, I certainly couldn't do it. I'm not sure I could visit a graveyard at all, even in broad daylight, to be honest. Understandable. What a large shovel. He's holding it rather ominously, isn't he? What on earth was the man doing with a shovel in a graveyard in the middle of the night? Mrs. Otto? Yes? That's a spade, isn't it? Not again.
No, it's a shovel.
No. Shovels are for digging. That's for scooping up loose material. It's a spade.
We've been through this, Mr. Naruhodo. It's a shovel.
No. Although, we haven't considered trowels.
We've allowed ourselves to be distracted, I feel. Perhaps we should concentrate on what the man was doing with the implement.
So we're going to bury the hatchet? You're right, though. What was the man doing in the graveyard in the first place? That's the real question. Is that everything? Can't see his face very well, can you? Perhaps if I just...
Oh, do you think you should be manhandling the exhibits, Mr. Naruhodo?
Put it back exactly as it was, don't worry. Oh!
Ah! What on earth? How can...
I don't believe it.
A black monocle! Mr. Naruhodo, is it possible that this man is...
Yes.
It's Enoch Drebber. The color of his hair is different, but it's unmistakably him.
Oh? Who could that be? Alright. Guess we'll find out next time. What in the world? There's so much going on! Oh my gosh, how in the world are we supposed to piece this all together? And is he the one responsible for the professor case? Or did he discover a murder? Oh, I don't know. Alright, guess we'll have to find out next time. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys are having an amazing day and I'll see you in the next one. See you later. Later.